There we go.
It's better.
Okay, so I just say it one more time real quick. Yes.
Can I have a quick question? Okay, so today is not the one that last time you told us to get 4 photo ready and then teach us to put it all together. This is not the lesson?
No, that would be the next Cantonese class.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this is just teaching you the basic how to make a photo, right?
So it'll be the same as similar as the last one in Cantonese.
Oh, okay,
the one
because
in
I'm making 4 photo all done, so I thought that you're talking about that. Okay,
you can make more too. You don't have to make just 4.
Okay, so it's the next Cantonese class, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so we're just talking about the app Meitu, and then we're just starting to talk about photo editing right now. And if you go to, if you choose this, then you'll be on the same page as we are. And pick a picture that you want to edit.
来，在这儿，坐这儿，离姥姥近点。
Okay, and anyone have questions up to this point? No? Okay, I'll continue. So there are different tools you can see under
I do
down
have
below.
a question.
Yes, Lily.
So I picked this photo, but they are like that on sideways. But I turn it on the sideways so I can see better, but they don't turn.
No, that's because you can only use it in a portrait mode, but not landscape.
Oh,
like when you're using this app to edit the pictures, right?
Oh, I see. So I have to find a different photo then. Okay.
No, what you can do, you can use 2 fingers. So can everyone see me?
I'll make it bigger.
I'll pin myself so everyone see my face as well. Okay, so you can use your 2 fingers to pin it, make the photo more smaller and bigger. So that way you have a little more flexibility in editing your photo.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then yes. So anyone have other questions? Okay. And Lily, your photo will be a great background as well, because later on we'll talk about stickers. We'll talk about tasks. So if you add those in, then your picture will be a great background picture. Okay. Okay, so down there you can see all the tools right here. And first thing would be my tips. So for my tips, it just tell you some of like what is the app offer to you and what can you do with the app. But we're gonna talk about it, so you don't have to worry about the first option. And then the second option, you see auto in here. Can everyone find it? Okay, so what that means is that you can just put a filter there and change the lighting, the brightness, the color of it, the contrast of the photo, and more things. But it will do it automatically for you, so you don't have to make small adjustment on each of the function. And what you can do is just press on the auto button in here. Then it will bring you to another page. Okay, so everyone in the same page as I do? Okay, good. And then, so let's say in my pictures, for this one, it's well, I have a pet here. So automatically, it just detected I have a pet here, I have a dog here. Then it will use the pet filter. Okay, let's say if your picture have a like a person there, then probably it will automatically choose the portrait. So this one here. And if you have like just mountains or just a scene, then it will be either one of this. And the flower would be any objects. So let's say you, if you're taking a picture of a mouse or a earphone or a cup, then it will detect it as objects. And if you use a finger to slide the phone, to slide the options to the right, then you can find more of the filters that are auto. So let's say if you have a picture full of food, then there is a food filter. Okay. And then on here, you can see there's a sliding bar, right? Can everyone see it? Okay, so for that one, you can actually adjust the how heavy or how much is the filter, because sometimes when it's like this, it might be too bright or too much of the filter that I don't want it. Then I can hold it and slide to a lower number. Then you'll be able to have a lighter filter. Does this make sense? Okay, good. So after it added the auto filter, then you're probably wondering what is the difference between my original picture and the picture right now, right? So what you can do is use your finger to press on this top right corner button. You see two squares on there? When you press on it, then you can see your original photo. Then when you see my picture, you can see the difference. Okay.
Question. If we press too many times, we don't even know which one is original, which one is the better one.
Give me one sec.
Very subtle, very hard to tell, you know. It doesn't make a big contrast different.
I think when you hold it down, that is the original. When you release your finger, that is the other one.
Oh, you have to hold it down?
Yeah, when you press it, it's
Yeah.
original. When you release your
Oh.
finger,
Then it is
and then it'll go back to
what it is
Oh,
right
I
now.
see. Okay.
Okay, is everyone good with this?
Yeah.
And if you do want to save the filter, then you can press the check mark
Okay.
at your lower right corner. But if you, let's say if you're like me, you don't want to do any editing or any to add any filter, then you can press the cross on the left corner
Hmm.
and it will bring you back to the last page. So I will call it the home page of photo editing. Okay. Okay. Any other question on the auto function in here?
Coco, how do you make that arrow, the red line instantly?
Okay, as I mentioned, this bar, only I have this
Oh, I see.
because I'm sharing the screen with you guys on my screen, on my phone.
I see.
So none of you would have that one right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, there's no question, then I'll go to the third one on the list. That will be edit. So what does edit do is to crop, to resize your picture. So when you press into it, then you can see it tells me what is the size of my photo right now. And I can change it by pressing the button down below to adjust the size of the picture. Or you can also hold this white mark on the border.
Hmm. What's that for?
And if you press on it and try to adjust it with the border, then you can adjust the size
Oh,
in
I
a free way.
see. Okay.
Sorry, how you go to this screen?
Okay, so if you're on the one sec. If you're on the screen, the
Yeah.
homepage of photo editing, go
Yeah.
to edit.
I'll add it. Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
no problem. So right now I can just hold on to the white border and then adjust the size of my screen. Well, adjust the size of my picture, sorry. And if I like it, then I can use the check mark right here to save it. And let's say if I don't like it, or if I want to make put my picture in a certain frame or in a certain size or certain shape, then I can use the option down below. Let's say using wallpaper or square or other different sizes. Then you can just choose from here. So let's say if you're editing this photo for your phone wallpaper, then you can just choose wallpaper, right? Other than that, usually you won't need to care much about what is the size of your picture. Okay. So, and anyone have questions up to this point about cropping your picture? Okay, then on the bar here, beside the check mark and the cross, you can see there's crop, there's rotate, and rectify, right?
Yeah.
So what does we talked about crop just now? For rotate, it's just rotating your image. Because sometimes we might not take the perfect picture on the right way. So we just want to rotate it, or sometimes you just want to rotate the whole picture, right? You can do that as well. And oh, okay, apparently this photo is not. There we go. And then on the bottom, you see horizontal and vertical. What it does is flipping your pictures vertically or horizontally. So just now I pressed it horizontal, then it flipped from left to right. And you can see the difference easily with my dog. And then flip vertical, it's just up and down. And then rectify is just sometimes there are depth of field, or there your picture is not, you want to make the object flat. So you want to use this one in here. I don't really have a picture that do this, but let's say if you're on horizontal, and you guys can look at my screen to see the difference when I'm using it or not. So now that I'm increasing the number, you can see the difference between having it or not. So let's say here, this picture is a little flat in my point of view. So I want to make the dot closer to me. for a little bit. Then I'll change it like this. Then do you see the difference? From this to this. Can't do too much. But you don't have to use this. It just like, I just want to let you know what are there in this app, so you can use it, okay?
It's like enlarge the picture, right?
No, it's actually the angle of your picture.
Uh,
Because sometimes, let's say, oh, here. Let's say I took a picture. Can everyone see me and my birthday? Okay. So let's say sometimes we take pictures and the object is like this. So there is an angle in here. And I actually want it to be flat.
okay.
Then I can use the horizontal horizontal option to make the picture back to flat.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense?
Okay.
And then vertical, it just so let's say right now I'm holding my board game like this, but with vertical you can put the object back to normal.
Okay. Wow.
I don't think you would always need it, but it is something good to have, especially when, let's say, when you're outside and you took a picture and you didn't know that you took it a little bit weirdly, then you can adjust it later on when you're at home. Okay. Anything, any questions about cropping, rotating, and rectifying? Okay. Then you can either save it with the check mark or just go back without saving it, pressing the cross button. Okay. So the next one would be, wait 1 second. Next one would be palette. This one here. So this one, it's just that it's just to let you change the brightness, change the contrast, the highlights, shadow separately, like individually. So if you press into the palette just now, like I do, then you'll be able to see, okay, I'll put it on top. There are different options down below in here. So there are smart light, their brightness, contrast, highlight, shadow, and fade. What they do is instead of sliding to be a lot, when you press on smart light, it just adjusts it for you automatically, but you can choose the amount of light. So remember, we had a similar function to add a filter or edit it for you. That is the auto, right? So when you're adjusting for the auto filter, you're only allowed to adjust the whole set of filter, but you're not allowed to adjust the brightness and highlights and shadow individually. So, but then you can actually do it in the palette on here, using the palette. So if you decide to go on smart light, then you can adjust the light. And I think it kind of automatically do it a little for you, but you can also go into brightness and adjust it like this. And there are also contrasts. So to bring your dark more obvious. So you can see when I'm adding the numbers are bigger, then you can see there are more like darkness. Well, there are more dark elements on your picture. And if I go to the negative side, then it's more of the picture feels more older and fading a little. Okay. And then there are also highlights, which brings more white on your screen, on your picture. It just adjusts the white on your picture. Shadow is the black again. And then at the bottom, there's light, color, and detail. So right now we'll talk about color. Color is, first thing is the saturation. So saturation, you can adjust the how much color, how rich are the color on your picture. So if you go to the positive side, then you see my picture is really rich with colors, right? But that would be too much right now. Because obviously my dog is not in this color and the middle of the floor. So what I do is I bring it down a little to a good amount. And then temperature is to make your picture look cooler or warmer. So warmer would be the yellow. Cooler would be with the blue. This makes sense? Okay. Okay. And then the tone will be the color tone. So they're red, yellow, well, red, yellow, and green. If you slide to the green, then you see the whole picture has a green filter on top of the picture, right? Sometimes if you're making an effect, then you want that, but right now I don't want it. So I just like put it back to 0. So there are also split tone, which split the highlight and the shadow. So split the white and the dark and the black on your picture into different color. You can play around with this, but I don't think, so right now I add more blue just on the highlight, so on the white of my picture. Then you can see when you look behind the car, there's a white background, right? So I kind of adjust the white balance to a more natural light instead of being faded and dark. I don't suggest you guys using this because I don't think you guys would need it, actually. Okay, and then let's talk about detail. So what I think is the most helpful thing in palette is the detail for you guys, because sometimes when we took a picture, it might not be as sharp that we want to, because sometimes we shake our hands and yeah, some other situation happen. So if you have to sharpen, oops. Okay, if you go to detail, then there's sharpen. And you'll be able to, it's not really obvious on my picture, but okay. So right now you see the dot, the hair on the dot is pretty blurry, right? So what I can do is I can sharpen it by increasing the number. then you can see the hair are more clear.
Hmm.
So it's actually not just the hair, but the whole picture. But I just like show you, I just enlarge the area so you can see it more obviously. Does this make sense to everyone? Okay, cool. But sometimes be careful with sharpening. You don't want to over sharpen your picture. Otherwise it would, like when you over sharpen your picture, you can see that it looks weird and it feels weird as well. Okay. And then structure is just the depth of field of your picture and your object. So right now, if I adjust the amount to negative in under my structure, then you can see the background is actually buried. But then if I put the number to the positive side, then you can see there are more structure on my picture. Then you can see the whole, like every single detail on the picture. Let's say the back, like this. So if I change it to the negative side, then you see not, the picture is not as structured.
So this function is similar to sharpen.
Yes, but so for sharpen, it's sharpen the whole picture, right?
Okay.
But structure, I think it detects the object of the picture.
Okay.
And what it does to the picture, it only structures the background of the picture, but not the object on your picture.
Okay, sharpen is for the object. Structure
For
for the picture.
Sharpen is for everything on your picture.
Oh.
But then structure is more for the background of your picture.
For the background. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right. So for practical, you don't have to worry about it because unless you're making effects on your photo to make it like an older photo. Otherwise, you don't have to worry about it. Because what practicals do is adding more practicals on your photos to make it older, to make it look older. So you can see right now I don't have any practicals on my photo. But when I add it, then you see it kind of looks not sharp and not blurry at the same time. Okay. So what I
Sorry.
want, yeah.
Sorry, I just get out and then how I go back to this screen. I just go back to the original, you know, like
home page or home
Yeah.
page of photo editing.
okay.
Okay, then that is the palette. The fourth,
Okay, yeah.
the fourth one.
Okay. Thank you.
So again, on palette, I only want you to focus on using sharpen on structure.
Okay, got it.
And all the other things, like let's say the color or the light, you don't have to worry much about it. Because if you want to adjust the light or color, then you can just go to the home page and use the auto, and it will auto correct for you. And you don't have to like make the small adjustment individually, okay? Okay, if everyone's good, then you can either press the check mark to save it or press the cross to just go back to the last picture or last editing.
Can you repeat what's the particle used for?
Okay, particle. Okay. Particle is it gives you a feel of making the picture a little older. by
okay.
adding more particles, because like before, when you're like developing the photo, developing the film, after you take it with your camera, there are some particles, because it might be because your some settings on your camera,
Okay.
so you can reduce it. Or if you want that
If it look
filling,
like an
then you
old
can,
photo.
yeah, then you can add more on it, right?
Okay.
Then right now,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
so you don't have to worry about it.
We very seldom use this feature, right?
Yeah. The most you would do, you would use on palettes would be sharpen and structure.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And I want to save it, so I press the check mark and go back to my homepage of photo editing. Okay. Okay. The other thing, this is the fifth one on the tools is filter.
Okay.
So filter is like they just add another filter on your on your picture. It's just keep adding filter and filters on your picture. But with this filter, you can choose you can turn your picture to something like an oil painting by choosing that filter. Or this one you will need to, with filters, you will need to play around with it because each filter does different things. However, you can just you can adjust the richness of the filter using the slide bar. And let's say I don't like this one, then I can change it to a different thing. So some of the filter only works when you have an actual face, so an actual person on your picture. Right now, I only have a dog, so it doesn't let me use it, and brought me back to the natural thing. But if you have a person on your picture on your phone right now, then you'll be able to see the difference easily. So that's filter. If you want to save it, then you press the check mark. And if you don't want to save it, then you can press the cross mark. And we can go back to our last page. Okay, after editing your photo, like the size of it, and the color of your picture, the brightness and everything, the lighting, then let's get started to add more text or add some stickers or frame on your photo, okay? So first of all, I don't want to talk about text first, but the frame, because it'll be easier to have a frame before adding the text. So on the bottom in the tool slide, you can find the frame tool and press into that. Oh, then you have the same page as I do right now. Okay. And if you press on the white area and pull up a little, then you'll be able to see a lot more frames down there. Okay. So some of you can find some of the frames in here. On the left corner, there is the diamond. Can everyone find some?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the difference between having diamond on the left corner and without it on the top left corner of the frame? Is that if you don't have that, then it is free. But if there is the diamond, then you will need to pay for it. So I would have all of you not to choose something that is with the diamond, so none of you have to pay for it, as I don't pay for it either. Because there are so many filters and you don't necessarily need to choose those you need to pay, right?
Mm.
So I want you guys to choose something that,
Question.
yeah.
Question. If you have words in your frame, like 恭喜發財 or something, or my love and so on, you cannot take them out, right? Unless you use an eraser.
Yes, but it also depends on the frame. So I have come across some frames that you can actually change the wordings.
Yeah, okay.
But with this one, and depends on how your photo is positioned. So let's say in here, you can see 恭喜發財 on my picture right now, right? I could use the eraser later on to clear the last word, because the background is kind of similar behind the wording, but I cannot use the eraser. Oh, I cannot this one. I can't really use the eraser on here and here because there are too many things happening at the background behind the wordings. And I don't want to ruin my picture. Otherwise, if I try to use the eraser to erase the font in here, then my dog might lose a leg on this picture, which I don't want it to happen, right? So
Okay.
I'll suggest you to choose something that is more simple on the background, and maybe adjust your picture size using your 2 fingers. So you can have some room if you want to add more wordings. So let's say if I want to, on this picture, if I don't want it to be all about love, I could actually erase the wordings on here, like along on the white later on, but just not right now. So you can still use the same filter, same frame, but change it a little later on. Okay, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. So I will ask you guys to choose the frame. So let's say I choose this one and I would want, and I actually don't want the love story in here, and I will erase it later on. But for now, I'll have it, I'll keep it in here first. Sometimes if you want to check if you can change the wordings on your frame, you can try to press on the wordings and see if it allows you to change it by giving you a keyboard, right? If not, then we can change it later on. Okay, does everyone have a picture and have a frame on your behind your picture? If you have it, you can hands up. What about Sue, Lily, Jenny? Do you have a frame yet?
Yeah.
Then to save it, again, you can press the check mark, or if you don't want it, then you can press the cross. So I was telling Elaine that I can actually erase the wordings, right? So right now I'm going to talk about the eraser. at the bottom. So everyone go to homepage first and then try to find the eraser, which is this one here. Okay, and when you find it, press on it, then it will bring you to the eraser page. Does everyone have the same screen as I do? Okay, sounds good. Then on my screen, you can see there's the brush, and there's different sizes, right? Right here. What are the sizes are actually the size of the eraser on your screen that you're gonna use. So first of all, I'm gonna zoom. I'm gonna zoom in my picture so I can erase it or edit it easily, and adjust the brush. So on here, you can see there's an extra screen popped up on the top left corner, which allows me to have a clear view of what I'm erasing. Because when my finger's there, I actually can't see anything behind it, right? But when I see the left corner on here, then I'll be able to see, okay, how much or where am I drawing on? So if I draw on the whole wording, then you can see the wording's gone. And right now, what left on my picture is just the strokes and the frame itself. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
What about other people? Okay. So I'll just do it one more time to erase the license plate. So I zoom in my picture and pick the size of my brush. So if you press on the sizes, then it shows you the actual size of the eraser. And when I press on it, I can just erase it. Sometimes it's a little trickier, more tricky. So let's say when I try to erase it, it actually didn't brought me white, but other colors. That's because usually it generates the colors from what behind or around the object. So in here, there are actually more silver than white that I have around it. That's why when I try to erase it, it gives me silver color instead of white color. So what I can do, I can go back by pressing the return button to redo it. And what I need to do is probably using a smaller brush to try to clean it. You can try to clean it by tapping it. Oops. Or drawing it like this. And always start from the color that you want it to be.
Coco, how do you get that extra square on your right hand corner, top corner?
Right now?
Yeah, how do you get that square,
Okay.
the LW square?
Okay,
On the
every
top.
time you're drawing on it,
Yeah.
it pops up.
Oh, okay.
Because it shows you what you're drawing on and where your finger are. So you have to take some time to clean it, like I do. But at this time, I'm just gonna do this much. Okay, that makes sense for everyone? Okay, try to erase something on your picture. Like it could be a small little dot. Or it could be an eye.
Coco, I have a question. Maybe is this program cannot, like I want to share, send it to WhatsApp. It doesn't allow me to do that. Only send to WeChat.
Okay, I will talk about that later when we finish.
All right. Okay.
Or before we finish it. Because that's about exporting. Okay, so assuming you guys finish erasing an object, you can either press the check mark at the bottom to save it or press the cross to go back. Okay. So everyone on the same page as I do?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So on bottom, now we can add more text on it, some wordings on it by pressing the text. So there's a T in the circle. If you press on that, then you'll be able to add some text. So first, what I want you guys to do is decide on what you want to, like what kind of wordings you want to say by pressing onto the wordings. Okay, and then you can type whatever you want to. Or type 2021. After you type it, then you can press and hold on the wordings and move it to the area that the place that you want it to be. And right now you can see that we can't really see our the wordings that I put there. Then what I need to do is to change the color of my wordings. And how I can do it is by pressing the font or style at the bottom here. Can everyone find that? So there are actually a lot of different colors that you can use and you can choose from. And you could also adjust the transparency of the wordings. And add some shadow of your wordings. You can also change the font by pressing the font option and choose it from there. So there are Chinese and there are English as well. So if you're typing Chinese, then it might be better for you to choose the Chinese one.
Why?
Oh, how do you type on it?
Yeah, how I type.
Okay, so just press on the wordings.
Wording.
So
where's the wording?
Okay. Sorry, which page are you in right now?
I'm on here.
Oh, you're on edit.
Yeah.
Okay. So go back to the homepage of photo editing.
Yeah. I on the text,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I go to the text, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was on. See?
Oh. Oh, okay. So you can see there's add test right in the middle. Press on that on your screen.
Yeah,
It say add test, right?
yeah,
So press on the add test,
yeah. I just did.
and there should be a keyboard on the bottom.
There's no keyboard. That's why.
Oh, can I see a screen again? Oh, wait 1 second. Okay, so right here on my screen, why am I showing you when I'm sharing my screen? So on my screen, there's add test right here, right? So
Yeah.
if I press and hold on it, or just press it actually, then it should bring me to this page.
No, I don't have. Oh, yeah. I guess I do now.
Okay, that's good. That's good. As long as you're good now.
Okay,
Then
and
after, like you can change the color using the style, or choose or change the font using the font option.
okay, I see. Yeah, yeah, I get it now.
And when you finish of typing, then you can press the red check mark, and it will bring you back to here. Okay. Let's say I want to add more than one word. I want to add more stuff on here, or I want to copy and paste the same wordings. Then at the corner of the wordings, you can see there's +1, right? So if you see +1, that means you can copy and paste the same wordings in the same style. So if I press it, if I press it, then it will be the same thing on here as well. And if I don't want it, then I can press the cross on the right top corner, which is right here, to delete it. If I press it, then it's deleted. And if I want one more, then I can press the wording, and press +1. Then I'll be able to get the same wordings in the same style, same font, everything the same again. You can also rotate it by pinning, using your 2 fingers to do this, to turn it and make it smaller or enlarge it. And you can type something else. Okay. Anyone have questions here? Okay, and then everyone's good?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you can actually add some bubbles or watermarks, they call it, to your photo and make it like a conversation. So let's say if I want my dog to be saying something, then I can add one more wording first and choose one of the bubbles or one of the options right here under watermarks or bubbles. Like this. Okay. So same as before, we can press on the wordings and change the wordings by typing something else. That makes sense? Can everyone do it? Okay, then you can also flip the bubbles or flip the conversation bubbles by pressing the three dots on the top left corner of the wordings. When you press it, there are options to flip or to send backward. And because I want to flip it to the other side, then I'll press flip. Then right now, we'll be able to, I just flipped my bubbles, right? Okay, any question on this? If not, then we can save it by pressing the check mark or cancel it by pressing the cross. Okay. One last thing we will talk about today is stickers. So if you go back to the home page of your photo editing, then you'll be able to see stickers. It's just like a scripted circle. And if I press on that,
Yeah.
you can see a lot of different stickers at the bottom of your screen. So similar to frames, you can see some of the stickers. There are some diamonds on the left top corner of the stickers, right? And don't choose those. Choose something that is without a diamond, okay? So I want you to choose one graphic now. I found this pretty funny. I never able to use it. Oh, okay. So you can keep adding it by just choosing the stickers that you like. and it will be all pop up into your picture, right? And right now my screen is really messy because the
Mhm.
pictures are too big, or like they're too colorful, or they're too many of them. So what I can do is actually to delete it. By deleting it, how you can do it is press on the sticker and the square will show up. So on the top right corner, you can see the cross, which means you can delete the stickers. And if you want to rotate it, then you can just use 2 fingers to rotate or make it smaller, like I do. And you can also press 1 to add more of the same stickers.
I see. Okay.
And flip your stickers as well. Okay, but now I don't want it. And
Okay, so I try to delete this one, but doesn't work. I press on the sticker
Mhm.
and
Oh, okay. Okay, can you make it smaller first?
yeah,
Okay, make it smaller first.
yeah,
Then are you able
press
to?
it.
Yeah.
No,
Just one quick press, it should pop up like mine. Nothing?
no.
Okay, can you show me a screen? A little bit. Oh, okay. You press it. Oh, can you enlarge the whole picture? Oh wait. Okay, and you press on the sticker once again. Oh, okay. I think you're already back to the home page and save it. So what you can do on top. Okay, right now your screen is like mine. So you can
Yes.
see the save button, and then you can see the tools at the bottom. But then, like right now, it's just too messy on my screen. So
Oh, I can
you
use the
find it?
eraser.
Yes, but you can also go back to the last step by pressing what I circle on my
The
screen.
sticker.
No, so on the top of your screen,
Yeah.
you should be able to see a return button, 2 arrows right in the middle at the top.
Oh, okay. Just a minute.
You should have it as well.
Oh, yeah.
So you just press it,
Good,
then
yeah.
it will bring you back.
Yeah.
And
Thank
just
you.
go back to sticker and
Mm.
do it again.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. So I want to add a head. This is so funny. Okay. And then, so other than sticker, oh, sorry, one more thing first. You can adjust the transparency of the sticker. So let's say I want to adjust the heart, the transparency of the heart. Then I can press on the sticker and change it by sliding the white dot to a bigger number or lower number. So lower number means lower transparency. Bigger number means like 100% of transparency, or 95, 80, etc. Okay, does this make sense? Can everyone do it? Okay, cool. So on the bottom, other than stickers, you can see eraser, right? Okay, if you press on eraser, then you can actually erase part of the stickers. So let's say, okay. In here, you can see there are 2 stars, right? And I don't want it on my sticker. Then what I can do, I can, oops. Oh, okay, because that's not my sticker, that's why. That's why it doesn't work. But then, okay, let's say if I want to erase the green part, then I'll zoom in and I can just erase it like this by pressing on it and drawing on it. And you can choose the size of your eraser. So you see there's a white dot in the center of my screen right now, right? So the smaller the number is, the smaller the size of my eraser is. The bigger the number, the bigger the size of my eraser is. So in case you erase something wrong or a little bit too much, then you can actually bring it back. So there are 2 ways that you can bring back the stickers. One is by pressing the go back button, the arrow there. So like this, then open, I just brought it back, or I do erase it again. The second option would be press the restore mode under eraser. So under eraser, there are 2 modes. One is eraser, and then the other one is restore. So I can just press the restore and randomly draw it because I know there's only one thing that I deleted, right? So when I draw on it, the same area that I deleted it, then I'm able to restore the sticker. Does this make sense? Do you have any questions?
I erase it, but I come back.
Oh, let's see. How do you erase it?
I erase but then my hand let go and it come back.
Can you show me how you do it?
No, it's okay. I'll catch you next time, another class.
Okay.
Every time learn a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, because I feels like every class I just teach it differently, slightly different. Okay, so I can restore it. There we go. What about other people? Can you guys, can everyone else do it? Okay, if yes, then I can choose the check mark to save it and bring me back to the home page, or choose the cross to unsave it and bring me back to the original picture. And you're back to the home screen or the home page. So sometimes we want to see what is the difference between like the original picture and the picture we have right now. What you can do is by pressing the top, the square on the top right corner, like I circled. If you press and hold on to it, then it will be the original picture. And if I release my hand, release my finger, then it will bring me back to the picture right now.
Okay, I press on, so it go back to original screen. But how do I leave it like this way, not go back to the already sticker?
Oh, okay. Then you will need
And the
to,
finger let go and it came back.
yes, because you already edited, right?
Yeah.
So you can undo it by, here, look at my screen.
Oh, the arrow.
Yeah, using the arrows to undo it or redo
Yes.
it.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
So if I like the one I just did, kind of, but I do like the original. So I could have two, right? I have the
Yes.
original, and then I could save this one.
Yes.
Okay.
So what you can do, then we can talk about saving. So
Okay.
don't press it yet. Listen
Okay.
first and watch first.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a save button on the top right corner. However, if you press this save button, it will actually bring you to another page that you're actually saving it, and you can share your picture to other people using, let's say, WeChat, WhatsApp, or Facebook. Okay. But if you want to do a quick save, which means a picture is saved, but you're also doing other editing, and don't lose your whatever you edit before or after the stage, then you can press the three dots at the top right corner and press the quick save and do a quick save. So if I do a quick save here, then I'll be able to, okay, does save and quick save make sense?
Yeah.
Of actually saving the picture or do a quick save in between your editing.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. So your question was, how do I, if I can save it? Let's say I really like this picture here, but I also like it after I add more stickers on it, right? So I can save both pictures by undo it first and then do a quick save and then redo it again and then actually save it
Hmm.
or do another quick save. So the more, I don't usually do quick save because the more you do quick save or the more you save your picture in general, your photo album will have more of the same picture, right? Like again and again.
Yeah.
So you need to go back and delete it again and again.
Mm.
That's why I don't do it a lot. But in this way, doing quick save, it actually prevents you from, let's say, you accidentally exit the app and we came back, it's all done, right? But if you did do quick save, then you can just use that picture and keep on editing. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So anything else other than how to share your picture? Okay, I think we only have a few minutes left. Okay, I only have 4 minutes left before your next class. Okay. If not, then you can save your picture by pressing the save button. Then you have the same screen as I do. So someone asked me if I can share the picture with other people. Yes, you can either go to your photo album and share it, or share it like you always do in the conversation, like in the chat, or you can also press choose one of the option in here.